You want to invest or save but don't know where to start. Yo, it's your boy Webby. About to pretty much give you like a, well, it's not a comprehensive guide, but like a, like a full little guide that'll guide you in the right direction, pretty much. So, if you want to invest but don't know where to start, or you want to save properly or the most efficient way properly but don't know how to do it, I'm gonna put you on. Let's start with investing first. The first thing you want to do with investing, you need to become, what's the word, persistent. Because I feel like with people who don't know what it is, for the people who are 17 going on to be 18, or for the people, it's not even about age. Sometimes you just didn't grow up with anybody who could teach you the knowledge. I didn't grow up with anyone who taught me the knowledge. I had to learn on my own. I'm still learning. It's a constant learning game when it comes to investing. So the thing about investing is thinking about like this, right? Let's say I put 20, no, I'm gonna give you a real life scenario. Let's say there's me, right? I'm going from point A to point B. Point A to point B is about 5 miles. I'm going to take the bus, the city bus. Now, there's person two. He's going to drive his sports car there, right? And who do you think is going to get there first? Person number two most likely will get there first because they're in their sports car, right? The point is, you're probably wondering, hey, what does this have to do with investing, whatever, right? First point is, you putting your money, I don't know, under the mattress or putting it wherever it is you're putting in a low yield saving account or your traditional bank account compared to the person investing, that's the difference. So the person investing is going to be the sports car, and you putting in your 0.01% savings account is you taking the bus, basically taking all these routes before you finally get to your destination. Meanwhile, the sports car is getting to the destination being your goal, whatever your goal is for whatever it may be, whether that's, a certain amount or a certain diversification in your portfolio, whatever your goal is. Everybody's goals is different. So basically, investing is the way or the vehicle to wealth, right? Place you want to start is, and nowadays term, for the people who are older, you might hate me for saying this, but I genuinely believe it is two things: books and YouTube. The proper person, and you'll know when the person is a proper person. They'll have their credibility, they'll show you your things. And you guys probably don't know who I am. Of course, this is a new channel, so me, all I did was, I have credit where it's due. I'm only 23, going to be 24. I started investing in from 18 to 24, and in that time frame, I'm coming up close to $100,000 net worth. That's between savings and investing, right? I haven't done like a tally or count in a while, but I know last time I did my count, I was somewhere around the 70,000 range, right? So, thing is, the first thing you want to do is get your knowledge up. Figure out what the hell is investing. Read books and YouTube. That's what I meant to say. I said read books and YouTube because that's the first place you can go, and I feel like it's the easiest to learn instead of word of mouth. That's what you want to do. You want to spam YouTube videos day and night. Spam. That's literally what I locked in. When I first turned 18, right? All I did was watch YouTube videos. I made a separate account. Not even a separate account. I literally watched these videos so much that my YouTube feed was straight only about financial things, right? It wasn't just, all about investing and stuff. It was other financial aspects. But yeah, YouTube and books. Read those beginner guide books, investing for dummies books. Read those animated like cartoon investing videos. Yes, it sounds crazy, but when they simplify it for you, it's usually, it flows in your brain better. Like, instead of people using, big terms, like if I told you DCIA or something like that, or if I told you DCA, you wouldn't know what that means, which is dollar cost averaging. So, thing is, YouTube and reading books. Second thing, once you feel like you have a handle on it, don't invest in things you don't understand, right? Start with the less riskier things, which are ETFs, like, the VU or the SPY. You probably heard of this, S&P 500, right? Know what you're putting your money in. That's where else you want to start, okay? Don't be afraid when you see things aren't moving as fast. Don't forget, this investing thing is a long-term game. Unless, later on as you become more experienced, you want to change that a little bit and speed the process up. There's ways to do that, and of course, with things like that comes greater risk. But you have to be aware that this thing is pretty much like a waiting game. You know what I'm saying? You play your cards right, and it's not gambling. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be treating it like gambling. Play your cards right, and things will go right. So, for certain things you want to look up, ETFs. ETFs is one thing you want to look up. ETFs. First thing I feel like every beginner should be searching up is ETFs. I feel like you shouldn't be getting into stock until you're well experienced and you understand what you're doing, what you're looking at, what's causing it to move. You know what I'm saying? That's the other thing. Another thing for investing that I feel like if you don't know where to start is understanding, like basic terminology is important too. Like, what is a ticker symbol? What is a brokerage? What's that? How do I open your brokerage account? What is a Roth IRA versus an individual account? Why do people use a Roth IRA instead of an individual account? Should I have both? What's a Roth IRA? What's a 401k? How should I set up my 401k? Things like that, I believe you should know. Now, I'm not saying you should wait till you know everything to start it. I just believe you can still open those accounts, but I believe before you make any trades within those accounts, you should know what you're going to be putting your money in. And when you do know what you're putting your money in, you should be doing that consistently every week or every 2 weeks, however it is you get paid. However your income comes, whenever you get paid, I generally believe you should withhold a certain amount to put into the money market, into the stock market. Whatever it is. If it's X amount, you put X amount every week. Now, another thing I feel like is a lot of people get emotional when it comes to first learning how to invest, because I know I did. When I used to see red, I used to be scared for my life, honestly. I used to be, oh my God, I'm going to lose all my money. I remember having like $100 in my account one time and seeing red and probably being down, I don't know, probably something very minor, and think I was going to lose all my money. So, do not be emotional. Don't bring emotions in this. Invest in long-term things. Don't invest in things that you're trying to make some quick money. Quick money always leads to, a quick loss, is the way I look at it. Watch people who have good credibility and proof is what I'm trying to get at. Me, I personally could add things in here to prove to you that I'm not lying or anything like that. Maybe I'll do that for another video, but not for this video. But I've been investing going on 6 years now. Started in September of 2020, and I've been going on for that far. Of course, I had bumps in the road. I had a whole maybe year and a half where I didn't invest or save at all because it's a rough year financially. Made some bad decisions, and I had to bounce back from that. But honestly, I think I definitely did what I had to do to get back from the situation. But honestly, I just kept investing and investing and investing. First thing, I'm gonna leave you off with some gems, right? Here's are some gems. Don't go making any moves because of what I'm saying. First thing is first, S&P 500. For a good amount of time that you are investing, that's all you need to worry about. Yes, you can get into other ETFs like, I don't know, QQQ, NOBL, or you can get into things like VYG, but with VTI and stuff like that. But worry about SPY, VOO. Those are ticker symbols. Ticker symbols are abbreviations. Okay, so stay with the simple things for like a good year, year and a half. And in that meantime that you're learning, I need you to learn before you move into other trades. For now, focus on long-term game. I need you to literally hodl, hold on for dear life, and just keep investing in those and do it every week. I feel like I hit every point of how you can learn. Like I said, YouTube books. That's literally how you're gonna learn. YouTube books. And if you work in an environment where you're always talking to people like me, I'm always the work setting that I have. I'm always talking to new people every day, right? Customers come in, people from different states come in, and I usually talk to people about this type of stuff. That's one way. So if you know somebody who knows a lot about this, gain some information from them. Okay, savings is pretty simple. When it comes to savings, this is all you need to do. Here's a cheat code. Do YouTube, search up the best high yield savings account. Make sure it's FDIC, a federally insured. I forgot what the C stands for, but basically it means that if the bank were to go, wrong, or something were to happen, if you were to lose money, they were to pay it back up to $250,000. Make sure it's FDIC insured. Okay, so high yield savings account 3% or better. That's how you want to do it, and you set up recurring transfers every paycheck and let that come in. We don't do low yield savings account. We don't do traditional bank accounts because you're not gonna make money. Your money's not gonna make money. The goal is for your money to make money while you sleep. That's the point of it. To make money while you sleep. Your money should be making you money. You get me? So your $10 should not still be $10 a year later. The point is your $10 should be, $20 a year later, or $30 a year later. But yeah, that's how you're gonna do it. High yield savings account, put your money in there. Now for the people who are old school and do putting money in on a shoebox and stuff like that, I respect it. You can do that, but I feel like you should do that up to a certain amount. Okay, you should not be having 10,000 just sitting there. Like if you have a plan, if you're going on a run. I know this one person who goes on a 90-day run. They save money, cash, and then after that, from there, I feel like you should be moving that money into an account. So that's what I'm saying. So if you want to learn how to invest, YouTube and books. Again, YouTube and books. Stick to your ETFs. Look for S&P 500. Spam those videos. Watch them a lot. Okay, maybe I'll make my own video so you can have a little breakdown of how you should start. Learn these terminologies, and when it comes to saving, high yield savings account, and don't forget recurring transfers on your investment accounts and on your savings account is your best friend, because you're not going to remember every week. Sometimes you'll forget, so when it does it automatically for you, there ain't no forgetting. It's consistent. You have a system and it'll work, guys. Promise you, this is the way you'll really get it. Have a good one.